everybody, it's Sam here and I'm going to be sharing with you my new 6x6 pop-up card. So this one is the cupcake and pudding pop-up card. So here is the Christmas pudding version, and you pull the top and out pops that lovely snowman, and then you just pop that back down again. It's a top folding 6x6 card, so you've got room inside there to be able to write your message. And then I have another one here, and this time I've done the pull-up all in cardstock, so you can do it in acetate or cardstock. If you do acetate, you do want it to be a heavyweight, and I've doubled up the cardstock here as well, so it's nice and strong, and you have that wonderful elf image that pops up. Before we get into the tutorial, I'm just going to show you a couple of other examples as well. So you can just use this shape here, which comes in the die set, and I've created like a snow mound, and I've used other dies there from the set, and again up pops that lovely snowman. Then I've changed it here and I've used the Animal Antics stamps, which is all part of this new release, and I've done it as a mound of sand, and then pulled the one here at the top and out pops the meerkat. Some of you might recognise the papers. These ones are from my older paper packs, which were the scene paper pads. These ones are all part of the new Christmas collection. So some really nice papers that have come out along with this gorgeous background, and here I've done a very shiny, very glittery mound of snow there with the penguin that pops out the top. Really, really cute. I love the penguin. And then here is the cupcake one. So I've actually shaped the bottom here to give it more of that cupcake look. So for the pudding, you have it that shape, and then you just cut in slightly there. But again, you'll see all that in future videos, but you'll see all that lovely sparkle, and you get this really nice top here of icing. And then I've used Happy Birthday Cupcake, all part of the new stamps that come as well, and that lovely cherry. The papers are from my party paper pad, and then up pops Heidi the hippo, which again is from the Animal Antics, and she's got a lovely little unicorn headpiece on there, so it's very fun. And again, just push that one down. Here I've used all the Christmas papers, lovely Christmas cherry, and I've actually just snipped away the little kind of top there of the icing. So again, lots of ways that you can change this up, and there comes Bo Bear with his Christmas hat on. Really, really fun. Love this one. And then here I've kept it just as it is, so you can see it's squared off there, and I've used again the party papers, and I've put some sprinkles on the top, and then you pull it up and up pops the meerkat. So you can use lots of the different animals within these sets, but today I'm going to show you how to do this version here using the Christmas pudding. Okay, so this is how the die set looks. You can see your two toppings there. Here's your base, and then this is your main mechanism piece along with this one here. So this is what we're going to do first of all, is I'm going to cut this one here using this lovely kind of candy cane paper, and it's from this new paper pad here. And this is the perfect pop-ups, and it's all your scenes and just lovely papers. So first of all, you want to run that through your die machine. That will fit through a standard die machine. This one actually measures at 5 3/4, and your plates are just over 6 inches, so it will go through a standard machine, as will the 5x7 version as well. So I'm just going to get that one die cut. Okay, so that's now cut, and you'll see there's a little slit there and there. So next you want this piece, and I've die cut this one here twice just to make it nice and strong, and I've used the cloud glue there. If you're going to use the acetate, make sure it's a strong weight, like a construction weight, because you want it to be able to, you know, be able to push it in and out. Now you're going to go in from the top, and then you're going to go out from this one here, like so. Okay, now don't worry that there's nothing there at the moment, because you could just pull that straight up. What you stick to that will become the stopper, so it will you know, it will stop once it gets to this point here. So then you want to then die cut, you know, the base, whether you're going to do the pudding or the cupcake. In this case, I've got the pudding here, so I've used this lovely kind of gold brown cardstock, and then I've done the lovely icing here using this die. Okay, I've also, with the stamp set, you get the holly here, which will cut with the holly die, and I'm going to be using the sentiment Merry Christmas Pudding. You've also got I Love You So Much, which is a great one for the snowman there, just with the way he's got his arms open. But you also have Happy Birthday Cupcake, Chilling This Christmas. You've got a little snow globe. You've got this here, which you can stamp as a background if you want to do some embossing. It would look nice, and you've got smaller holly leaf there, and you also have your pull, which I'll be using as well. So I've been using my foam tape for this because it's quite good to have this slightly lifted, so it allows your pop-up piece to go up and down, you know, quite freely. You can just stick it onto there, but I think you'll get better results with having it slightly lifted. So I've just got some inexpensive foam tape here, and there are thin ones on the market, but I tend to just go to this one, and I'm just going to stick it onto a piece of wax paper here, and then I'm just going to trim off some of the excess. And then you can now cut this, and it won't damage your scissors, but you can cut it to any width you want. Now you only want these pieces quite thin because again you need that pop-up element to have room to move freely behind that pudding shape. So that's going to be enough there, and then you can just peel off the back side. So it's quite a handy little tip. I do this a lot and lots of people always see this on my channel. But now I'm just going to run a strip of the foam tape along the bottom, and then you can just trim that away, and again it's not going to damage your scissors. And then you just want to come up. Now a good way to check, I'm probably going to go for, well, I'll show you both anyway, but you can see there how much room he needs to hide in behind this. So you could bring your foam tape about there, and again bring it up to about there. You don't want to come all the way up here because his hand wouldn't be able to come up. So just pop down, you know, whatever it is. I'm going to come around to about there, and I think that's going to be fine. And again, just snip that away and just do the same on the other side. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that one there. Yep, he's going to fit perfectly. And then with the snowman, now you'll see with the snowman he's slightly bigger because we've got all different sizes with work differently with the different cards. But all you need to do with him is you just snip off a little bit of his bottom. I've just been snipping it just to about that third button, and then you'll see then he will then hide within there. But he's got that same width that he would move quite freely in there. But we're going to keep him for another card, and I'll be showing you all of that later on. But for now we're going to stick with our lovely little elf. So that's all ready. Then you want your top in here, and I'm going to stamp that Merry Christmas pudding. Okay, so that's stamped really nicely, and whilst I've got the ink out there I will also stamp the little pull, and you just want to pop that onto the top here. Okay, so now it's all ready for us to build. So first of all you want to attach your little element here. So what I'm using is a very thin red tape. The thinner the tape, the more of the image you're going to see pop up, because this piece now becomes the stopper. So when I remove the backing, and you're then going to stick the bottom of your element just to the bottom there. So now when we pull this up it stops automatically. But if you were to have yours sticking tape all the way up to here, it would then stop when it gets to that point, unless more of your image is then underneath and you want more to be exposed. So a very, very thin amount just at the bottom there. You can use liquid glue, but again very, very small amount so it doesn't ooze out too much. Now we can attach this piece here. You can put the icing on as well if you want to do that before you stick it all down. And then this one here you want to line up with the bottom of the pattern paper, and just make sure you've got a nice even border either side. And now you can see it's all concealed, but he pops up the top really nice. And then with this one here I like to pop a little bit of foam tape onto the top there. You don't need too much. And then this one here you just need to line it up with the top, and you'll get a nice overhang on each side like so. And then I've got the little holly here as a little bit of decoration, so I'm just going to pop some glue onto the back there, and I'm going to pop that one just about there. You don't want to interfere with this area here because obviously your pop-up piece is going to be coming out of there. Now so I just have a white 6x6 card blank, and then on the back side here you want to add your glue. Now you can use double-sided tape, but just make sure when you're using liquid glue, just a small amount when you get near that mechanism, because again you don't want any glue kind of oozing out into that area there. So I've kept my glue, you know, it's not going to interfere with that. Make sure your card's opening the right way. You can have it as a side fold, you don't have to have it as a top opening one. And then I'm just going to sit that one over the top there. Give that a moment to dry. Okay, and there is the finished card. You can see he moves really freely. It's just such a fun card to make. So I hope you've enjoyed the 6x6 pudding card. I will be sharing the cupcake along with the 5x7s. Keep an eye out for those, and head over to my YouTube channel Mixed Up Craft where you'll see a lot more inspiration. Thanks for watching. Bye.